How is everybody? Hey everyone. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Oh, wait a few minutes, let some people get on. I'm super excited to do this for you guys today. This is what I love to do. Hi, Jenny. Love home parties and vendor events. So I'm super excited. Hopefully you can hear my music and I just don't look like I'm a crazy person dancing. Hopefully some more people will join us. If not, they can watch the replay. Wait another minute or so. See who else is here. Hi everybody. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. It's almost the end of the week. Okay, it's like 3:02, so I don't want those of you who are actually on to miss it, and people can go back and watch the replay. So I will go ahead and get started. Hi, Jennifer. Great name. Hi, Kayla. My name is Jennifer, and I am a green status presenter with Younique. I am a full-time middle school teacher. Just to know a little bit about me, I am on summer break. Whoop, whoop. I signed with Younique September of last year. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Melissa. And promoted to green as of June 1st. Prior to Younique, I sold Pampered Chef. And sold Pampered Chef from November of 2005 and became no longer a consultant as of June 1st of this year. So I was with Pampered Chef for 10.5 years. I did well with it, really enjoyed it, was ready for a change. When I signed up to sell Younique, I signed up to sell Younique to my family and friends, and that was it. And that quickly changed. I was not a makeup girl in any way, shape, or form. I barely wore makeup, and it's comical to look back now and see how far I've come, because I would go out without foundation on, anything on, and not think twice about it. So what I am going to spend time today kind of doing a little training on is home parties and vendor events, because that is the way I've had so much success with my business. And it's not the Younique model. The Younique model is strictly social media. But what's great about direct sales is you can take a company, a product, and do it the way you want to do it. I still do Facebook parties and all that kind of stuff, but I love to go into people's homes or have people come over to my homes, do vendor events, that sort of thing, and have people actually put the makeup on their face. So I don't know why this is kind of the way that's worked for me. I don't know if it's the Pampered Chef piece of it, that, that was what I was used to doing, was going into people's houses and carrying all my stuff and them looking at it, or if it was my lack of makeup knowledge that I felt like I needed to try everything, but it really has worked. I signed up September 21st. Hi, Jeannie. And my first Play makeup event was October 17th, so less than a month after I signed up. I'm guessing probably about 2.5 weeks after I got my kit. And I had just a bunch of friends. My good girlfriends came over. I had like 2 handfuls of makeup at that point in time and said, come over, we'll hang out and play makeup. And did a really good job that night. I think I sold like $300 or $400 and was kind of like, okay, maybe this is going to work. From there, I had a vendor event on October 25th and did decent there. I will tell you, we'll talk more about vendor events after we talk about home parties. They can be great. They cannot be great. But the thing is with home parties, hi is when you get makeup on people, people buy makeup. So when you have people come to your house or you go to people's houses and you have makeup for them to try, they get excited. They love the fact that they put foundation on and don't know they have makeup on, and they want to buy it. Now, being able to do, hi Jennifer, a successful home party is an investment in your business. I'm going to put that out up front, because you've got to have makeup for people to try. You don't have to have everything to start off with, though. When I started off, I figured foundation was what most people were more hesitant to purchase without trying. So I worked on building up a pressed powder in every color. I had one liquid foundation, and I had one concealer. So we could kind of color match people with the pressed powder, and then they could see what the foundation and the concealer felt like, whether it was their color or not, on their hand. That grew, and I now have a large kit of makeup that I take with me places. I'm going to preface this with saying I always tell people this is not the way Younique is designed to be, and it's what I chose to do. So I don't ever want people to come up to my booth or come to my house, and if they're thinking about being a presenter, be like, holy cow, I have to buy all this makeup, because you don't. You can totally do it without having any makeup for people to try on. So I always try to make sure people know that, so that it doesn't kind of scare people away. But with that being said, I have better sales when people put the makeup on. I always offer my hosts who do Facebook parties the opportunity to do an in-home party. What does an in-home party look like? It is very laid back, very laid back. I do not do a spiel. My goal there is to educate women on what they're putting on their skin. That has become my passion in my Younique journey. I want people to look at what's in their shampoo, what's in their conditioner, what's in their lotion, what is in their shower gel, what's in their makeup, and make sure that they're not putting things on their skin that are harmful to them. So I spend a lot of time at home parties through talking to people, educating on, our makeup, why our makeup is different. And I tell people, I don't care if you never buy a product from me. I want you to start thinking about what you are putting on your skin. People appreciate that. Right there, when you say something like, you don't ever have to buy from me, I care about you, you're building a relationship. And so much of anything you do, in teaching, I do it. In Younique, I do it. In any facet of your life, you're trying to build relationships with people. So if that person leaves and they don't buy anything, but then 2 months later, they're like, I remember that girl, I've changed my shower gel because of what she said. I think I'm going to give her a call because I need some mascara or something like that. You're trying to build that relationship with them. When I offer the home party option to my hosts, probably about 50% of them take it up on it. And those 50% very much have better parties because they have people come to their house and play. I did events at my house when I first started. I had one event in November and I don't even really want to call it an event because literally I worked all day and I sent out on my VIP page and on my Facebook wall and told people that I would be doing an open house from 4 to 7 and have my makeup set out. So I came home, I had my makeup set out from the night before, I'd put it out, and I sold $800 worth of makeup in 3 hours. And that was the kind of the moment I knew that having the kit was good. That day was the day that I was like, okay, my goal is to build a kit where I have products for people to see and people to try on. So, like I said, I worked to get the foundation colors first. And when I go to someone's house or when someone comes to my house, I said it's laid back, no spiel. I'm going to kind of sit down at a table. I would encourage you, if you are doing a home party, to make it open house style. You don't want 10 people to show up at the same time and all 10 of them, need help with color matching and want to know what you think about this. And what's great about open house style is you've already done 2 people's makeup and someone walks in and they're like, oh my gosh, you have got to try this primer. Or, oh my gosh, do you see my face? I don't feel like I have makeup on. And they're selling it to each other before you've put a drop of makeup on their skin. And that's awesome. They come and sit down and are so excited and, ready to take all their makeup off and ready for you to just do their makeup for them and for them to see the difference. Now, I said just do their makeup for them. I don't do their makeup. I am not there to do a makeover. I am there to help them and to guide them. They do the makeup. If you end up becoming the makeover, it takes way too much time. You can be helping 3-4 people at the same time with color matching and with, you know, this eyeshadow. Let me tell you about the difference in our lip products. You can do that all at the same time. If you are focused on one person and doing their makeover, you can't do that. It's not easy. So now my items, my kit, I keep everything in 31 bags. Sometimes it looks like I'm selling 31. So I have bags labeled. I have a foundation bag, I have a lips bag, I have an eyes bag, I have a face and skin bag, and one other bag. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm missing, oh, brushes and testers. And testers are so important if you're doing home events because you really want to keep everything so hygienic because you're going to have multiple people using your products. So I'm going to show you what I use and everything's throwaway. And there's other things out there. This is just the first thing I found on Amazon when I was doing my first event, and it's worked for me. If it's something that you're interested in, I'll be glad to put the links in the comments so that you can see. When it comes to foundation, moisturizer, primer, and foundation, I give it to moisturizer and primer on their finger, the foundation I put on their hand, and I have them use their fingers. Pressed powder, blush, and bronzer. I use these Wonder Rounds. And I tell them to use one side, the other side, and throw it away. Because you don't want them to, you know, really go back in. You don't want people to be using the same powder that someone's put their, you know, you have oils and all that stuff on your skin. And people are really good about it. So these I get these like, there's 50 in a pack, and I think it's 3 packs, and they're like $16. And they last me a long time. But I always up front say use as many of these as you want, and that kind of tells them, oh, and they get it, they understand why, and I hand them like 3 or 4. They may hand me back a couple of them, and that's fine, but I don't want to just hand them one because then we're so used to just using that one. When it comes to lips, I use just these little lip wands. You see that? These work great for everything. The only thing they're not perfect with is bonbons, and that's because they're so much like chapstick. You gotta put a little elbow grease in to get the bonbon enough on here for them to get it on their lips. But they work great for lipstick, they work great for a lip gloss, and they work great for lip stain. And you know, if they need another one, they need another one. You don't push this back in, and you tell them that up front. When it comes to eyes, I learned through trial and error that our splurge shadows do not like these little spongy things that we're used to seeing for eyes. All of a sudden, I started realizing at my events that my splurges were getting crumbly, and they're not crumbly, they're creamy. And we realized in like talking to some friends and kind of trying to troubleshoot that these were pulling the moisture out of it. So I use these little sponges, which we have all seen, I am sure, for right here. I use these for palettes and for mineral pigments. And I have found these little spatulas that I use to scoop, see these cute little things? Aren't they cute? That I use to scoop out just a little bit of the splurge, put it on the side of their hand. They can either use their finger, or then I can give them a sponge because I'm not worried about the sponge going into the splurge. So that's just something to think about, you know, to kind of learn from my mistakes, because I ended up losing probably 5 splurge shadows that should still be good but aren't. Mascara. Up until a month ago, I always told people I did not test mascara because, you know, we have patents on our wands, and you're not going to get the same look from, you know, using a tester wand as you would from ours. I had a friend who asked me to come over and play makeup, went over. She used to sell Mary Kay, and she said, can I please try your mascara? Gave her my little spiel, and she said, but can I try it if I've got tester wands? And I said, okay, that's fine. You know, this was a mascara that I had opened and closed probably 100 times, so it was kind of near its end anyway, and I figured worst case scenario, I threw it away. You know, I get another one. It worked. And people see pictures and people see, you know, you can have, I normally do events with one eye done and one eye not done so they can see the difference. I'll even sometimes do one eye done and the other eye with my old mascara, and they see it on you, but they don't believe that it's what it's going to look like on them. Now, so what I've started doing is I do have testers for mascara if people really want to test it. And the thing you have to remember with these is it's going to cost you more because you have to give them two. And the fibers do stick to this. I got hot pink ones because you can then see the gel and the fiber that's on them. Now, here is the thing. I hold on to my gel and my fibers. I do not let them hold those because, you know, if somebody accidentally puts the pressed, you know, a sponge back in the pressed powder, you can kind of wipe it off. You're good to go. If someone sticks this back into your mascara, that mascara is toast. So I hold both of them. I put it in the gel. I hand them this. They hand it back to me. I put it in the fibers. I hand them this. So I am the one who is in control of my mascara and making sure that you don't end up with, you know, them and people apologize if they do it. They don't mean to. It's just habit. But that keeps me in control. The pink I really like because you can see everything on it. So those are the testers that I use. And like I said, let me know if you want me to give you the links to those. Primer, if you don't have primer for people to test, I'm telling you, people will put it, I just haven't put it on their hand. Even if they're like, no, I don't want to try it. I'm like, well, can I just put a little bit of this on your hand? And I sell the heck out of primer. People are like, can I put this all over my body? Can I, bathe in it? That's how much they love it. Brittany, yes, I give them back the same wand that they used originally, that had the gel on it. I make sure there's enough gel on it on that first coat that they can do both of them. So I don't stick the tester back in, but I'm holding their gel while they're putting on their fibers, and then I hand them back the gel. And I tell them up front, this is not going to be the same as if you are using our wands, but it'll give you an idea. And people are amazed. They do one eye and are like, oh my gosh, like we all know because it's so awesome. Let's see. Yeah, so Nicole, no, it's just the two testers because they can reuse that first one. Primer though is it's crazy. People put it on their hand and then they're like, going to their friends, feel my hand, feel how soft my hand is. And then I'm always like, do you want to, I know you're not interested, but let me put just a drop of our liquid foundation on there for you, just so you can see what it's like. And I normally end up selling them liquid foundation, a brush, and primer. They put the liquid foundation and then they're like, look at my hands. Can you tell which hand I have it on? You can't see veins. You can't see any of this. Because they've got it on their skin and they're amazed by it. Then if they want to, we put it on their face. And a lot of times I go from people being like, I don't want to try it to, yeah, let's do it. I want to see what this is like, just from putting it on their hands. So just because someone says, no, I don't want to play, don't ever take that as they really don't want to. Just ask them, do you care if I do this? If they do, they'll tell you. And you don't give them primer, and that's fine. They lose out. But most of the time, people are like, sure, I'll try it. They're trying to appease you, not realizing that they're getting ready to become hooked on some amazing makeup. Let's see. When I do home parties, I like to tell people that a home party with Younique is like being in middle school when we used to take our caboodles. Who all had caboodles? Everybody have caboodles with all your makeup in it? Take your caboodles to your friend's house for a sleepover. But now we're using good makeup and you can have the beverage of your choice while you're playing. So it's a lot of fun. Girls have so much fun getting together. It's such a great way to just kind of get out of the house, feel pretty when you're done. People finish and are always like, I need to find somebody to take me out somewhere. Where are we all going to go? We all look beautiful. Because they feel beautiful when they leave. Another thing about home parties that is so important is you want to have a laptop or a iPad, whatever, set out with your party up, or your host's party, whoever, whether you're at their house, your house, whatever. And you want to have it ready for people to make a purchase right then. Do not let people go home to think about it. And I'm not saying to be, like, you're not trying to be sneaky or anything, but like people get excited and they're ready to buy. And you can easily say, here you go ahead and set up an account. I'll help you if you need any help. You're going to go through, you're going to put your information in, and you are going to, you know, order whatever it is. You're right there with them to help them. They place their order right there. I learned with Pampered Chef, when I had a party and someone was like, can I take this book home and call you with an order? 9 times out of 10, they didn't want to order anything, and that's totally fine. But if you've got people who want to order, you don't want them to have time to talk themselves out of it. So you want them right then and there to place their order. Don't let them go home. Have that computer ready. While they're doing their makeup, I have these sheets that I made up. When I first started, the first time I did it, I was like looking for loose leaf paper to write down because I realized I needed to remember what colors people used. So, you know, I've got people's names and writing down the foundation colors, the eye colors, and all of that. So I made these My Makeup sheets that I used for a long time. 4 on a page, just a Word document. The only issue with them was, do I keep it? Or do I send it home with my customer? And if I send it home with them and they lose it, you know, what do we do? And that happened several times. People would call and say, I can't find my sheet. Do you remember what color foundation I tried on? So one of my friends who that happened to was like, gosh, it's a shame you can't make these carbon copied. And I was like, that's a good idea. So I did a little Googling, found a company that does carboned. You know, you send them what you want. And so this is what the My Makeup sheet looks like. I got it turned right. So it's got a place on it. You can check, you know, moisturizer, primer, what color concealer, what color foundation, blush, all of those things. And so this is what my sheet looked like. Now it's carboned. So they go home with 1 copy. I keep 1 copy. I don't have it on this one, but I put a sticker with all of my information here. So their copy has my information on it. So when they go home, if they've got a question or they need to order something, it's all on this sheet on the back. And I tell them that when I hand it to them. So it's a great way for me to have it, for them to have it. I haven't quite figured out the best way to organize it yet. I would tell you, you want to make sure you put last names on it, especially if they're people you don't know, because that is another thing that I didn't think about. And I'm like, oh, which Ashley is this who, you know, is calling me? I will tell you, the people that I got this from, that I found, I was going to order 200 of them because I just wanted to see what it was like. And it was like $32.99 for 200, and then it was $10 shipping. And if you, genius, I don't know about that. But if you spent $50, shipping was free. Well, 900 of them were $50. So I have 900 of these. So if you'd like me to send you a couple for you to use just to see if you like them, feel free to message me. It's going to cost me a stamp. It's nothing. And I will send you 2 or 3 of these for you to use just to see if you like them. And then if you do, I can send you the website, and they probably still have this on file. And you can tweak it to make it your own. Like if you don't like something on it or you want to change something, you can. I got my stickers with my info made from a girl on Etsy. Let me find one of my stickers. I have them on the back of my catalogs. She does it with the unique logo. So it's got my name, it's got, independent presenter, it's got my phone number, it's got, my email address and my website. So this same sticker that's on my catalog is the sticker that goes on the yellow sheet so that they have all the information. Let's see. Any questions about home parties before I start on vendor events? They're similar but different all at the same time. Let's see. I do offer one thing that's really kind of neat that I'm able to do is my personally enrolled, I offer a live launch party too. So they can get their friends to come over. I go over and help, and they can play makeup, and it really gets it on their face. And then it kind of helps them get their business started. We still do their launch party and all that, but it's just another thing that I'm able to do because I've built the kit. Oh, I'm so excited that y'all are excited. I don't do games at home parties. It's so laid back. It is just come in, hang out, and just play. That's what I tell them. You're just going to come play makeup. You can chat, you know, have a few snacks, and that's all we're going to do. I have no spiel. I have no, like, everybody sit down and listen to me. It is literally just have fun. Good way to ask for a home party. I just normally tell my host, if you're interested, I offer a home party option. We'll do it during your 10 days that your party's open. I'll come to you. We'll set it up for 2 or 3 hours. You have your friends come over, just drop in as they want, and they can try the makeup. A lot of times they'll say, let me see if my friends are interested, which is good because you don't want to go sit at their house for 2 hours and not have anybody show up. But if you have one person show up, you never know who that one person can be. That one person could be your next presenter on your team. That one person could be the next host on your team. That person, the next person, that one person could be your best customer. So don't ever, if you have somebody say only have one person come in, you go for one person because that one person could be life-changing for your business. You just never know who somebody is. Hostess coaching, I do it mostly through Facebook and email, and spend a lot of time on talking to them about the different, pieces. I send them what to post in the in their party, what to ask their friends if they want to do the home party piece, and then throughout the 10 days, the normal, like, send this to people, make sure people have seen this, that sort of thing. Any other questions on, it says my connection is weak. Are you all having a hard time seeing me? I haven't moved. No, it doesn't. That's good. Okay, so I think I am going to move on to vendor events, which I love to do. I'll grab a sip of water real quick. Vendor events are a fabulous way to meet new people. And when you go to someone's house, you meet new people. Let's see. Yes, I do, Nicole. Home party and an online party at the same time. So we're running them they coincide. And it's kind of fun because then people try makeup and they go on the page and are like, oh my gosh, you guys, I tried this today. It's awesome. So once again, they're selling it to each other because they know each other and believe each other if they don't know me. So vendor events are a great way. We always talk about we want to get outside of our circles. Vendor events are the way to do it because you're not going to a friend's house to have her friends over who 3 or 4 of them. You are literally going to an event and you may know no one there. And that's awesome because that means you're meeting new people, you're creating new relationships, you are in that time, finding new hostesses, new presenters, new customers. So I take all of my makeup with me to a vendor event. If you've never done a vendor event, a couple of things to tell you up front. First of all, vendor events, sometimes every now and then you can find one that's free. Normally they cost, which makes sense. You're paying for the space. If you've never done one, I would not spend more than between $25 and $40 on your first vendor event, unless it is a cause you're really passionate about, because it is a tax write-off, and it's normally a donation to a school or a church, or they're doing it as a fundraiser for something. So if that's something you're really passionate about, go for it. If it costs more than $40, I ask the organizer, have you done this before? And if so, how many people were in attendance? And how are you advertising? Because you don't want to spend $75 on a booth and them have only, posted on their Facebook wall about an event. You want to make sure that they are letting people in the community know that this is going on. Now, I have spent $150 on an event because I know that we have a Hanover Tomato Festival. Where I live, we are known for our tomatoes. And every year, whether it is raining or not, there are 35,000 people there. And every year it grows. So to spend $150 to spend all day with 35,000, yeah, I'm going to know some of them, but I don't know all of them. They come from all over. So that for me is worth it. Would I do that for an event that I didn't know that there were going to be that many people at? Absolutely not. So you really just have to kind of ask those questions to find out what you need and what's comfortable for you. The tax write-off is nice because you can write all of those off. I live in Mechanicsville, Virginia, Daniela, right outside. I'm kind of north of Richmond, Virginia. So, and we are known for our Hanover tomatoes. So when you are doing a vendor event, like I said, I take all my makeup, and I don't think I said, like I told you, I worked on my, building on my pressed powders. I also had started out trying to have one palette one mineral pigment and one splurge shadow, and having one lipstick, one lip gloss, and one lip stain. And that way people can at least try it and see what it feels like, even if it's not the right color for them. When you go lip stain, I would highly encourage you to go Shy or Sappy. Don't get one of the really bold ones, because even if someone really likes it, they likes the way it feels, if that color is way more bold than what they're used to, then it kind of turns them off. So I always try to, when I first started, I went neutrals. I think I had a Fluent lipstick and Luxe lip gloss, just because I wanted them to see what it was like, but not, if you're not a makeup person, which I wasn't, I would have put Skittish on and been like, "Ooh, holy cow." So that's just something to think about. And by having that one, they can try it, and then they can look in the catalog and pick the colors that they want, but they can at least see what it feels like on. All of my items have the word tester on them. I bought just a little label maker, so that way people know that these are testers, and you know, that you don't have to, you know, they're not like my makeup that I'm bringing for them to try. So that, I mean, I think I got this, I think it was like 25 bucks on Amazon, and when all you're doing is printing tester over and over and over again, the tape goes a long way. At vendor events, setup. Depending on how big your space is, you could have, I have 2 6-foot tables and 1 4-foot table. There are times that I have gone and I have a small space for just a 6-foot table. If that happens, what I do is I take my bags and I set my bags out like this. Okay, and I take like 2 pieces out of each bag and just kind of set them in front. And that way they have, they can kind of see that that's in there. Nicole, I have built up to having a lot of colors. I have almost everything, but I did not start out there at all. It just over time, when you do home parties, back up just a little bit, always make sure, especially if it's at your house, that it's in your name. I've had $2,000 home parties just from people coming to try makeup, and then that's Y cash that you can turn around and invest back in your kit. So it's just, you know, a way to try to build your kit without having to spend so much money. I'm not going to say I didn't spend money, because I did, but it was worth it for me. They are 31 bags. It's kind of funny. When I sit there with all my 31 bags out, when I don't have room, people are always like, "Are you 31? Or no, I'm unique. I just support my direct sales friends and use their items to store mine." So let's see, vendor events. A lot of people think you should just do mascara at vendor events, and I am not one of those people, and here's my reasons. Number one, we are so much more than mascara. We have a full cosmetic line, and if people have only heard of Younique, they think all we are is mascara. So if all you take with you is mascara, and you know, the pictures of mascara and this about mascara, they aren't realizing that we can take care of all of their cosmetic and skincare needs. They don't need anybody else. They think we give them long lashes, okay? So that, I am a little different in that, because I know there's some people who in our company who really feel like that is the way a vendor event should be run. I take everything. I set it out, if I have a big space, and I can do my 2 6-foot tables kind of parallel to each other, and then do my 4-foot table like kind of in the, I have a tent. So if you think about my tent, so it's like the 2 6-foot here and then the 4-foot here. So when you walk into my booth, I try to have all my like foundation, blush, bronzer, that sort of thing on one table. And then the other table, I do eyes and lips. And did I miss something? I don't think so. Like the moisturizer primer, that's on the table with the foundation. So we can kind of just go in like a U. Now, at a vendor event, if it's a busy vendor event, it helps to have a second person. And it also helps to have something else for them to do. So I came up with this Wake Up to Makeup Younique style book. And what it is it's my picture in the front, Wake Up to Makeup, and then I asked several people on our team if I could use their pictures, and so here are, you know, Wake Up to Makeup pics, and people can sit and flip through this, and they are amazed. They're always like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? What color is that? How do I make myself look like that? And we haven't talked makeup yet. All they have done is looked at these amazing pictures. I also have in the back of it, like my 3D mascara picture, so showing how it works. I have a picture of concealer and then a picture of the, I can't talk. The lotion, the tanning, not the lotion, I don't know what I'm talking about. The bronzer, so that people can see the difference. So this right here, I ask everyone's permission before I put their pictures in. So, but this is super easy to do. I printed them at Walgreens and got this little binder, did this little thing on WordSwag, and people love this right now. You are famous. People love your pictures. At vendor events, well, on my table in the back is kind of where I set up to do checkout, to like answer questions. I have my drawing there. In the center of the table, elevated, I put it on our, the box that our kit came in. I have this right here. And it says, ask me how I get paid every 3 hours. And it has a picture of the kit, and then our best product is our new presenters kit, and it goes on. I get asked a lot, you get paid every 3 hours? Right there, you're starting a conversation, and you get people who are really interested in the business, whether it's because they need money or it's because they want to have, you know, a 20% discount. But this is the focal point when you walk in. Okay, it's elevated, nothing else is elevated, because this is our best product. Yes, we have amazing foundation. Yes, we have amazing everything else, but if we don't have people buying this, we're not doing anything. So this is how we make money. So this is what we want to really go and have, you know, people see. Another thing that I do at a vendor event is a $25 gift certificate. I do not give away product at an event. And let me tell you why. Because, first of all, if I give away a $25 gift certificate, it costs me $17.50. Chances are they're going to spend more than $25, and we have to talk. That person who wins has to come talk to me for us to figure out what color they want, what they want for me to place their order. If I give away a mascara, that person gets their mascara. I may never hear from them again. They may never use their mascara, and I'm out $29. This right here, if they don't want it, they don't have to use it, and I'm out nothing. I've had people win, and they don't message me back or anything. That's fine. It's nothing out of my pocket that, you know, where if I'd given them that mascara, that is money out of my pocket that mascara is sitting at home. I also do a video of the drawing when I get home. I don't ever do it at the event. And I send an email, blank carbon copy, to everyone with a link to the video in my customer VIP page. And that way they're going to join my VIP page so they can see the video to see if they won. So it just gets more people, you know, seeing you daily as you're posting. So I would never, ever, ever give away product. And I know some events, they're like, no, we don't want a gift certificate. And I say, if you want something from me, I'm really sorry, but this is just the way I run my business. And that's okay to say that. It is your business, and you can tell them, I'm not giving you product. You know, if you don't want my $25 gift certificate, that's fine, because sometimes people do raffles like up front and that sort of thing. I will tell you that they eventually are like, oh, that's fine. $25 gift card is fine. And you can make it whatever amount you want. If you're just starting, make it 20, make it 10. People enjoy getting something for free. Okay. I've had people win a $25 gift certificate and buy a mascara. I've had people win a $25 gift certificate and spend $200. So it really can be, you know, a great thing. How do I get my emails? Let me show you. Now I have, sitting out in front of that, raffle entries. Okay, so let's see where you can see it. There, I think right there. So it has their name, address, city, home, or their phone, their email. At the bottom it says, I'd like to get free product by hosting a Facebook party. I'd like business opportunity information. I would like to be notified of promotions and specials. So this is what they have to fill out to get in the drawing for the $25 gift certificate. And I tell them it has to be, and it says on this sheet, Drawing slip must be filled out completely to win. If I draw it and your email address isn't on it, I'm not calling you. I told you had to fill it out completely. Okay? So, and I don't mean that, I know that probably comes across and sounds nasty, but it's not that. It's just, this is a gift from me, and it's my time. It's way easier for me to email everyone than to have to call people. I'll call you once you won and we've like made contact through email, but I'm asking you to fill it out. And so I mean it. Like, it's not fair to the people who filled it out completely for someone to win who didn't fill it out completely, if that makes sense. So another thing, vendor events, is you want to entice people into your booth. Hold on a second. Let's see. Any events? Yes. Amanda, I talked a little bit about it. I would say when you start out, 25 to 40 is where probably the most I would go, without asking like about advertising and how many people they've been there. And ask people, like, if you have direct sales friends, if you have people who have done events, ask them if they've done it before, how they did. You can ask the organizer, you know, how many people they had, if they have any idea how much profit was made and that sort of thing. Some of them are duds. I'm not going to lie to you, but we always have fun. You meet new people. Vendors buy from vendors at vendor events, even if it's a dud. So you're still making those contacts, and making those contacts is why you're doing a vendor event. So even if you end up, you know, with a 31 consultant doing a party for you, it still was worth it because you've done that. So you want people to come into your booth. So I used to do like 10% off your purchase, but I started to realize that people were going to buy it whether, you know, a $29 mascara, or whether it was 10% off or not. And my goal was to raise sales. So what I started doing was a mystery gift card. And so when they spend $100, not on cash and carry items that I have, it has to be a $100 order. They get free shipping from Younique, and then they get a mystery gift card from me. And so these mystery gift cards are in these little envelopes. I don't even know which ones are in which, and they range from $5 to $25. So it's kind of reminds me a little bit like Kohl's Cash, you know, that idea that, ooh, I'm buying something and I'm getting something back. One of them has $25. It's a $25 Amazon gift card. There were 3 $10 iTunes gift cards, and then I had 5 $5 Starbucks and 5 $5 Target. People who open them are super excited they get $5 to Target. I'm not giving them Younique money because you kind of want to separate it from that piece of like, you know, ooh, you bought $100, so now you get $10 off your Younique. No, they want it to be kind of something, you know, that they can use whenever. And this has been awesome. People will come in and be like, okay, I want primer and liquid foundation. And I say, you're at $78, you're $22 away from getting free shipping, and you could win a $25 gift card. And that means spend $22. I'm going to save $5.50, and I could win a $25 gift card. Yeah, what else can I add to my order for? So it gets them over that $100 mark. I try to make every sale. That is my goal. Every sale to be over the $100 mark. I want everybody to have free shipping. I love Amazon. I'm spoiled. So this has worked really well. I like it so much better than like the 10% off or whatever, just because I'm getting the higher sales, which is what I want, and I'm not having to worry about, you know, the discount piece. Now, when it comes to taking orders at a vendor event, a lot of times you can't have your computer there. You can't have your, you know, iPad with, you know, Wi-Fi access. A lot of times you're like in the middle of a field, or you're, you know, at a school and they don't give out their Wi-Fi password. So what I started doing was I bought these little order forms from one of like the Y-Swag groups. And so I have them fill out the top and then give it to me, and I fill out the bottom with what they want. I figure out their total. I use Square. If you don't have a Square reader, it does charge you a %, but it kind of, I feel like it works out. Let's see, how do you know how many gift cards to take with you? No, I give it to them then. I originally bought, I think I had 14 to begin with when I started this last month, and I have 3, 6, 7, I have 9 left. So I have an event tomorrow. Depending on how many of these go tomorrow, I'll probably buy more before my next one. 9 though will be plenty, unless it's crazy. And if it is, then I'll mail them to them. I'll tell them they're going to get a mystery gift card in the mail. So Square. It's super easy. I hook it up to my phone, and the reason I hook it up to my phone is because I can use my data. It is going to slide their card. It is going to tell me whether it's been approved or not. I don't know if you've ever had to make the phone call that's like, hi, I think I accidentally wrote down your card number wrong because it didn't go through, and you read it back to them and they're like, oh no, that's my card number. Try it again. And you try it again and you're like, oh, and it's just so awkward. I don't want to have to call someone when I get home. What I do is figure out their total, run it through Square. I have a link that I can, post if you want me to, if you don't have a Square reader, that you get your first $1,000 in free processing. Full disclaimer, I get $1,000 in free processing too. It's one of those like referral link things. But that $1,000 can go a long way if you're just starting out with vendor events. I set it up for them. What I tell them I'm going to do, I've swiped their card. These are carboned, so they get a copy of their receipt. They get told that a copy is going to get emailed to them too. But I also, by swiping it through Square, I don't have to worry about keeping track of their card number. That was one thing with Pampered Chef. When I moved, I realized I probably had 1,500 people's credit card numbers sitting in my office. And I was like, this is like a nightmare waiting to happen, and had to find somewhere to have it all shredded and that sort of thing. So I try not to write down a credit card number if I don't have to. Swiping it through Square means I don't have to do that. I don't want to place their orders though on my account, just for tax purpose reasons. I want it to be their, yeah, it is, Nicole, it's an order form. It's actually like specifically for Younique. It's from one of like the Facebook sites. So I tell them that when I get home, I am going to create an account for them and place their order. And their email address is going to be the one they gave me. And I write on every single one of them, this is your password, ABCD1234. Okay, and I said everybody's to ABCD1234. Once I've placed their order, they can go in and change their password if they want. A lot of them leave it ABCD1234, and that way they're like, hey, I need this, and I can help them order it if they need me to. But I can place all the orders when I get home. The money, what I love about Square that's different than PayPal, not bashing PayPal, I like PayPal too, but is it's like if you place, start over, if you swipe before a certain hour, it's in your account the next day. So I don't have to worry about it taking 4 days for me to get it. I also, this is kind of, no, it's not sneaky, it's smart. I use my credit card that I get miles on to place their orders. So I, get miles to get free travel from placing their orders too. Because that money's coming to me through Square into my account that I use to pay the credit card, if that makes sense. But it just, it works all around for everybody. They appreciate the fact that, the money's come out. You set up Square so it says like Younique by Jennifer or something like that, or so that they know where, that money went, but it's, for them, the right information. I put on the yellow sheet those same like little purple things with my information on it up here where it says credit card information, just in case they start writing their credit card information so it doesn't go through. So when they get this receipt, they also have all of my information when they go home. Let's see. What else do we need to talk about? Excuse me. Cash and carry is completely up to you at a vendor event if you want to do it. It can be very hit or miss. You can have a whole lot of people who want to buy it right then, or you can have people who don't really want to buy it at all. So I would never tell anyone to go and like purchase a ton of product. I did, yes, Jeannie, Square Reader for chip cards. There is a Square Reader out there that you can swipe every card through. I just got a Square Reader for chip cards because I read a lot about it, but there's something about if the card has a chip in it and you swipe it, you can be held liable for the fraud. And I know it's probably a 1 in a million chance it's going to happen, but just the basic Square Reader is free. The chip card reader was $29.99. I figured I'd write it off my taxes and not ever have to worry about someone coming after me for some sort of credit card fraud if I swipe something that I should have put the chip in. So yeah, thanks for saying that, GD. So let's see, what was that saying? Oh, lost my train of thought. Oh, cash and carry. they'll send you, Nicole, they'll send the, I know there's a lag, so I may have already answered and you've seen that, but they send you the one for free that doesn't have the chip reader on it. The one with the chip reader is $29.99, and you can get it at Best Buy, or you can get it from Amazon, or you can get it from Square. It doesn't matter. But that, I just literally got it last week. I've been using the other one the whole time. So I don't, like I said, it's probably a 1 in a million chance that you're going to have an issue with the card. So cash and carry wise, have a few mascaras with you. Neville, sorry, my dog sees something. And that would be all I would say, unless you have product at home. Like I sometimes have product that, you know, I do a flash sale and there's a collection, and you know, I don't sell a couple of items. So those items, if I don't need them for my kit, that's sometimes how I got items for my kit. I can then have those to take with me for cash and carry. But don't spend a lot of money on cash and carry items, because you never know what people want and don't want, and they can order it and spend $100 and you get free shipping. So there's really no difference in taking it from me, except for it's going to take like 3 or 4 days longer. I decided when I first started and I was doing any sort of event, you know, people would buy makeup, and especially if it was cash and carry, and I was trying to figure out how to hand it to them because we don't have bags. So what I did was I went and bought just little gift bags, and I had these little stickers made on Vistaprint. They just have my information on them. People think they're so cute. And I had bigger ones too in case they buy more than what fits in here. And I just put it in this. So it's really cute. They're walking around with their little gift bag, and you know, it has, you want them, everything you give them to have your information on it. You never want them to forget you. With that being said, catalogs. These are expensive. These are not cheap. $2 if you buy 10, $1.50 if you buy 30, $1 a piece if you buy 70. $1 a piece is a lot of money. I do not give someone a catalog unless they give me their information. I don't know if it's a Virginia thing. Everybody's always like, do you have a book? Do you have a book? Can I have a book? I'd like a book. And I always say, I'd love to give you a book. Do you mind giving me your information? Most people don't mind at all. I have them fill out the little door prize slip and, you know, use that. If they don't want to enter the door prize, they don't have to. I'll put it in a separate spot. But, and I say to them, you know, I just want to be able to follow up with you. If they say no, I hand them my business card and tell them that our full catalog is available on our website. If they say no, chances are they're not going to buy anything, and they're going to take this $2.50, $1 that you spent of your hard-earned money and throw it in the trash. Okay? You don't want your money going in the trash. Jenny, I do add a lot of people on Facebook. I normally tell people I'm going to friend them when they're in my booth, and especially if they, definitely if they fill out a drawing slip, I send them a friend request, just because that way, you know, we can stay in touch. And that's what I tell them, you know, I'm going to send you a friend request on Facebook just so we can stay in touch. And if you have any questions, it's easy to get in touch with me. So that's, yeah, I do that with all of my drawing slips. So don't just give these away. These are not candy. These cost you money, okay? Make sure that they're giving you information. Don't feel bad if they say that they won't give you their email address, not handing them one of these. Like, this is our business. This stuff costs money. You don't want to throw money away. And that's just something I truly, like, we gotta think smart. And if you're going to throw this away, why am I going to give it to you when someone who may actually want it and mark it all up, you know, and call me, because, you know, my information's on the back, is going to want it and keep it? That's $1 or $2 well spent. Let's see. When I get home from a vendor event and I place all those orders get placed on a party on my name, so I get all the YCash from it. So then I can either invest it in me, if I want free makeup, if I need something, or in my kit, if I don't have something that I need, or if I've run out. I'm at the point now where I'm pretty much just replacing when I run out of, my primer is almost gone, so I have an extra primer in there right now. So I think that is it. I do have these recruiting brochures that I made that if someone does show interest, let me stop back. I didn't make these. I found these on one of the graphic flyer sites, and she has it so you can download it, and then I added my information. That is all I did on these, and had them print them in FedEx just because I couldn't get them to print right at home. But they have all kinds of great information on them. So I have it saved on my computer, so if you want me to, I can upload it to the files. And then I just like kind of did a text box over this part and pasted that in because you can't edit it. If that makes sense. So if anybody wants these, I can post any my makeup sheets in the file, the raffle entry sheets in the file. I can post any of that if anybody wants it. So, or any of my like mystery gift card signs, or you know, win $25. I don't mind doing that at all. I also, oh, this is another thing I do at vendor events and at home parties too, is I have a laminator. I got it for school stuff, and I laminate the kudos, and that way, especially if it's a vendor event and it's outside, if it rains or it's humid, I don't have to worry about the paper crinkling and running. But this right here, if it's sitting out on the table and people see it, you know, it's eye-catching, and it's something for them that they, you know, they can pick up and they can see, but I don't have to worry about it getting all messed up. So, does anybody have any questions? I don't know. I think I've gone over everything in my notes. Let's see. And if you guys have questions after this, if you decide that you want to do a vendor event, please message me and ask me questions. It's like one of my favorite things to do. And I will be glad to help you because I've done so many of them. And I know kind of what works and kind of what doesn't work. And I don't want you putting a whole bunch of time and energy and money into something that you're not going to get it back from, because they are. I mean, you're putting time and energy into it, and you want to get a return on that. Yay, Jeannie! I have a big event tomorrow that I was trying to convince my sister to come with me to. It's gonna be 82 and sunny, and she's coming now. Yay! So let's see. You're welcome. You're so welcome. And like I said, message me if you have, you know, any questions. I will be glad to answer them. If you want the my makeup sheets, if you want me to send you a couple of those, message me your address. I will email them to you. I'll be glad to. If you think of questions, post them on here. I'll keep going back and checking. I'll post the links too for all of the testers that I got from Amazon. And so, yes, that is right. Jeannie's sick. So that was the only reason she was a maybe. But it is, I'm telling you, home parties and vendor events can change your business. They truly can. Getting in front of people and getting makeup on people. I'd say 85 to 90% of the time, if they put makeup on, they're going to buy it. Or they're going to have a wish list so long that they need to host a party. Or you're going to get something back from it. It is not going to be a waste of your time or your money. Your investment is going to come back to you. And it's truly how I have seen so much success with this. And I have friends who've come over and played makeup who are like, when are you going to do another play makeup party? Because it's just fun to get together. I have new stuff. They can try new stuff and get ready for, you know, and they can purchase right there that day. And it's good for all of us. It's always fun to get together with your girlfriends and play. So, any other questions? This was so much fun. I hope you guys learned a lot. Like I said, and I mean it. My girls, and God love them, they're always like, I don't want to bug you. You're not bugging me. Ask me a question if you need it, okay? I'm a teacher and I'm off. I've got like 10 weeks to spend on Just Unique, which I'm so excited about. So let me know if I can help you with anything. I'll post all the links to everything in the files or in the comments so that you have them. And if you guys need anything, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for hanging in and watching with me. And go rock your business, ladies. Go find yourself a vendor event. Woo! Bye.